Now the warning is clear. Our streets don't feel British, and the end's drawing near. They divided the right, while the numbers kept rising. Time to stop the talking. It's time for deciding. Join Restore or be no more. Join Restore or be no more. Stand up together, fight for our shore. Join Restore or be no more. Millions must go, send them back where they came. You must speak English, we don't care for the game. No more excuses, speak English or get out. Learn our traditions, don't force us to learn yours. Respect our culture or head straight for the doors. This is Britain, we don't bow to foreign laws. Join Restore or be no more. Join Restore or be no more. Stand up together, fight for our shore. Join Restore or be no more. No more grooming gangs, no more two-tier rules, no more foreign flags flying over our schools. Put Britain first, protect our kids and our land. If you won't stand with us, then you don't understand. From the 4 nations, one people, one flag in the sky. No more division, it's do or it's die. No more talking, no more fear. The hour is late and the moment is here. Join Restore or be no more. Join Restore or be no more. Millions must go, send them back to the shore. You must speak English or you're out the door. Join Restore or be no more. Join Restore or be no more.
Okay, we got a song locked and loaded to follow up. What should we do first? Well, first I suppose we say good morning. Morning, Lee, Darklands. Yeah, 10 in, 2 in the chat. That's it. Say good morning, the rest of you. Don't lurk. I won't bite you. I promise. Do another song. Then we'll talk about Freedom Dad, is it? Freedom Dad and Nick Griffin. Talk about that for a bit. Let's have this song first.
They told us to kneel.
Oh.
They told us to break. But we remember who we are.
We were raised in the silence, taught to obey. Chains in our minds kept the fire at bay. They drew all the lines, said stay in your place. But pressure makes diamonds, now look at our face. We carried the weight, we swallowed the lies. Watched as they traded our future for pride. But something is shifting, it's turning inside. You can't kill a will that was born to defy.
can push us down, but we rise again. Through the dirt, through the blood, through the pain within. Every scar is a mark, every mark is truth. We are done being silent, we are coming through. Veni, vidi, vici, we came, we saw, we conquered. No more chains on me, no more living under. Hear the ground shake when we march as one. This is where it starts, this is what we've become. Veni, vidi, vici, fire in our veins. We don't bow down, we don't break in chains. From the ashes we rise, now the tide has turned. You can't stop a people when the fire burns. They labeled us dangerous, called us the threat. But fear is a weapon they haven't dropped yet. Divide and control, yeah, we've seen that before. But we're not buying into their scripted war. Voices awakening louder than lies. Truth in the streets, you can see it in eyes. We're done with pretending, done with disguise. No more submission, no compromise. You built your throne on a fragile lie. Now watch it shake as we unify. No king, no crown, no chosen elite. Just hearts that refuse to accept defeat. We came, we saw, we conquered. Standing unbroken, rising stronger. Hear the echo roll through every land. We don't kneel down, we take our stand. Remember the name. We are the spark, we are the flame. History written in fire and will. You try to stop us, we're rising still. We came, we saw, we conquered.
Okay. Okay, let's get the news out of the way first. Morning, Kerry. I've said there. Anybody else I haven't said morning to? Morning, Zach. Guys, my movements today. I've got to take my wife to the doctor. She's got an appointment at 10 to 10. As you know, some of you will know she's not very well. Not very well at all, to be honest. So there we go. Didn't help last night. Getting a call, another one of our neighbours, 64, died, liquid on her lungs. Yeah, that wasn't good. Especially as she had the same symptoms as my wife. Life sucks, doesn't it? Sucks big time. Anyhow, so I'll have to close this stream down by 9:15 at the latest. And then, of course, this afternoon, I've got my great-granddaughter I have to pick up from school. Right, some channel news. I got to talk to Kev K57 about this Discord channel so that you'll have somewhere 24/7 to drop in and chat whenever you like. Play music, yeah. Anything you like. Not just our limited catalogue, which we are grateful for, to people like Kev K57, Ragnar, and that song from that channel whose name I can't pronounce, yeah. So I'll try and make time this evening to talk to Kev about getting it set up for you. And then you can just have it there in a window. Whenever you feel like chatting to each other, you can just go there, play music, chill out, without having to search around the internet for a live stream. Right, now, did anybody watch Freedom Dad's superb interview with Nick Griffin? Yeah, I hope so, Kerry. It's a bit of a worry. It's trouble when you live in a small community and you know everyone. Seems to be a race amongst people to be the first one to tell you who's dead. It's not funny, I know, but it does seem that way sometimes. And I say, don't tell me. I don't want to know. I barely knew the person. I'm sorry they're dead, but I don't want to know. Oh, thought you might like to know. Why? Anyhow, right, so I've told you about the Discord thing. Then we started to talk about Nick Griffin, didn't we? Yeah, I watched Freedom Dad's interview. He said, watching this live stream this morning, and I've only had a chance to watch 50% of it. He wasn't fully happy with this interview, but I thought Freedom Dad done really, really well. I did. What did I make of it? I'll tell you my opinions in a minute, my first opinions, because I want to listen to the interview again. Because Nick Griffin said a lot of things, some of what I really disagreed with, but some of what he said was pure gold, pure gold. Yeah. And let's have something from over here. Let's go here. Oh, okay. Let's have this.
The old lion stood firm when the sirens would wail. Never give in without fail. We shall fight on the beaches, we shall fight on the fields. We shall never surrender, no matter what yields. I have nothing to offer but blood, toil, tears, and sweat. He meant every word, no shadow of regret. This was their finest hour, he said through the night. And the people believed him, he gave us the light. But you're not the old lion, Sir Flip-Flop, no. You're not the old lion, and we need you to know. He carried our hope when the world was afraid. You promised us change, then let that hope fade. You're not the old lion, we're telling you true. You're not the old lion, and we're done believing in you. If you're going through hell, keep going, he'd say. While the cities were burning, he showed us the way. The price of greatness is responsibility. He lived every word for the nation to see. He walked through the rubble, shook hands in the street, gave courage to strangers with nothing to eat. A voice in the darkness that steadied our fears. A leader who earned every one of our cheers. But you're not the old lion, Sir Flip-Flop, no. You're not the old lion, and the country says so. He lifted us up when the skies were all black. You took away warmth and you never gave back. You're not the old lion, we're telling you true. You're not the old lion, and we're done believing in you. You came with big promises, hope in your eyes. A new day for Britain, an end to the lies. Then winter fuel gone for the old and the cold, while Gibson free tickets and suits were your gold. The trust that we gave you has slipped through your hands. The dreams that we shared lie buried in sand. No enemy marching, no bombs in the sky, just choices you made while the people ask why. The old lion lost once the fighting was done, but he won in the war, the hardest one. You've lost in the peace that you swore you would bring, and the silence is louder than anything. No, you're not the old lion, Sir Flip-Flop, no. You're not the old lion, and we want you to know we stood with the old lion through fire and through pain, but we won't stand with you, not ever again. We will not fight on the beaches for you. We will not fight in the fields for you. We will not fight in the streets for you. We will not fight anywhere for you. You wanker!
We lock and load the next one, and then we'll have a chat. What is the next one? I don't know. Oh, yeah. Our Muslim king. Right. Let's get back to Nick Griffin. Joe, I don't know if you watched the interview with Freedom Dad and Nick Griffin. Right. Zach, I'm 100% in agreement with you. Some months ago, I wrote a video, I still can't get out of the fact that I was an article writer, not a video maker. I made a video about Nick Griffin asking if there was a way back for him. Had I changed my opinion of him since the fall of the BNP? What was he doing? Looked into it. Wasn't a bad video. Right, last night, I didn't like his defeatist talk one little bit. I didn't like it one little bit. He said a lot of sense. He spoke a lot of sense about Tommy Robinson's Zionism and stuff like that. So much of what he said was good, and I'm going to take clips of it and use it with video clips from other places about things that Nick Griffin have said about Zionism. But his understanding or his take on the way forward, in my opinion, okay, Joe, look forward to that. I'm going to have to leave early. My wife's got a doctor's appointment, so I'm going to have to wrap it up by 10 past at the latest. Okay, so what did Nick say I didn't like? I didn't like his take on Ulster at all. It was defeatist. I could see what he was saying about demographics taking over. I'm not totally convinced that every single Catholic in the Republic of in Ulster would want to unite with the South, but that's for the people of Ulster to decide, yeah? But that's what Nick was pushing and promoting as a unionist. That doesn't work for me, but if that's what the people of Ulster want, well, that's their decision. When he spoke about Islam, well, he seemed to see it as, I was hoping Freedom Dad had called in this morning to have a chat with him longer about it. When he spoke about Islam, he seemed equally defeatist. He was right up there with Nigel Farage, I thought. Oh, well, we're not going to win. We're not going to win. Yeah, what the fuck? Ethno-nats like myself are not going to like that. We don't want people who have surrendered before we've even fought the war. He said that there was going to be no real worry because their birth numbers were dropping, and our solution was to have more children. I agree. White people should have more children. I agree 100%. Trouble is, most working couples have to work just to keep themselves alive and can't afford children, whereas our enemies will have 6 children, get £46,000 a year in benefits and a 4-bedroom house. I'd pay white women to stay at home, and I'd pay them for every child they had. And if they were incapable of looking after that child, I'd have that child adopted. And I wouldn't have them farmed out to just anyone who we pay vast sums for. I'd have military-style dormitories, if you like, for the children. Bring them up to be educated, trained, good British patriotic citizens. That's what I'd do. Yeah, I'd pay our women to stay at home and have children and be home builders. Yeah. But Nick says that their birth rate is dropping. Well, not dropping fast enough. He did speak about how politicians like Meloni in Italy had been subverted. And I couldn't help but think this morning, thinking it over in my mind, and I want to watch the video again in full, because I may get some things wrong here, how Meloni had been subverted in Italy. And whilst on the face of it, she appeared to be doing something right, reducing the number of boat people arriving in her country. Meanwhile, the illegals continued to flow in. Nick explained why this was happening, the bankers, and we know who's behind the bankers, yeah? Jumping ahead, Freedom Dad wanted to know, what's the point of us knowing who the enemy are? And it was a good question. If there's nothing we can do about it, well, I'm not a strategist, but I'm damn sure we've got people who could work out how to deal with these bankers, because they need massive debt, yeah? Debt to keep control of us, the banks, yeah? So to win, we've got to take control of our own banking systems. And we know what happens to countries that try to take back control of their own banking systems, don't we? We know what happened to Gaddafi when he wanted to return to the gold standard and real money, yeah? When money was actually worth something. Money today is worthless. I know it's no fun if you haven't got any, but in the great scheme of things, it's worthless. It's debt making this world, Western world, run round. We know what happened in Germany during the real reasons for the Second World War. Germany took control of their banking system and they used it for the benefit of their people. There'd been mass unemployment, degeneracy, everything. They took their country back. They took control of their banking system. Watch videos of Jewish bankers taken during the war years, where they said that they thought that the sanctions against Germany would work and bring Germany down to its knees, that they wouldn't be able to control their own banking system, but they proved them wrong, didn't they? They proved them wrong. Yeah, the bankers are the enemy, and the people behind those bankers, we know who they are. The other thing, and I appreciate Freedom Dad, who admits himself that he's not an expert on the matter, and neither am I, that he didn't know enough about what was happening with regards to Zionism and stuff like that. It's time the world was told why our country is being flooded with the dross of the third world, why the white people are being replaced. Why? They'll say, oh, it's GDP, it's the bankers, they need people. Yeah. No, it's not. It's because there are people out there who hate us. They've hated us for over 2,000 years. They've hated us for what happened in the Middle Ages. They've hated us for the First World War, and they hate us for what the Second World War. Why do you think Germany has been particularly savaged and abused? Those people, it's revenge. Revenge. Yeah, so I've got to have a look at that video again, that interview. Nick Griffin sounded just like Nigel Farage. He really did. You know, when Nigel said, we can't win, we've got to learn to live with them. Nick suggested we have more children, create little areas where we live. show them that we can live in peace. We can be a large voting bloc, as if they'd let us have a large voting bloc. That's like the Afrikaners after South Africa and after Rhodesia and South Africa fell. What happened to them? We know how the whites are treated. We are hated around the world. The world is jealous of us. The world is jealous of the white race for what we've given to the world. They don't like the fact that our medicines they use come from us. They don't like the fact that the cars they drive came from us. They don't like the planes that they fly in came from us. They hate us. They hate our buildings. They hate everything about us. Everything about us. Yeah. Yeah. You know who they are, Lee. You know who they are. Isn't it? The other thing, Nick Griffin, and I think this was done deliberately by Nick, and I don't like having to go at my old chairman. I used to have so much respect for him. I've told you I would have died for him. And last night there were glimpses of the Nick Griffin I used to know. But when he spoke about saying that old grudges, Lee, old grudges, when he spoke about Farage in almost glowing terms about him being a successful politician. And then when he said that, yes, Nigel Farage destroyed the BNP, I thought, bollocks. If you're watching this, Nick, you know that's an effing lie. You know the people who brought it down. Do you want me to go get my files out? Give the names out? Rip that old wound, those wounds open again? Name them all, the rats, the traitors who destroyed the party from within? And to be honest, Nick, you could have fought back harder back then. You could have. Did they get to you, Nick? Did they get to you? Praising Farage, a good politician, Farage, saying that Restore Britain's got no chance of winning, and he did say that. He might not have used those exact words. Effectively, what he was saying was that Restore Britain is splitting the vote and we'll wind up with a Labour MP and a Labour government and stuff like that. No. Really strange how Nick came back to life at this moment in time in our history. No, So, yeah, he said a lot of good stuff, but he also spoke a lot of shit about Farage, about the chances of Restore Britain, the fact that we've got to submit to Islam, live in, gated communities, little parts of England, little parts of Wales, encouraging people to flee to Northern Ireland. British people, real British people, don't run. They fight for what is theirs. They fight for what their fathers fought for. No, Nick, you were wrong. Really wrong. Anyhow, rant off. If you watched it, I don't know what you thought of it. Oh, let's have a song, is that? Fuck it, I'll have one of my songs to calm me down. Well, actually, I'm not even really angry. It was all so predictable. All so predictable. All so predictable. No, I don't want that. I want something cheerful. There's Joe. There you go, guys. You don't have to suffer with my music now. I'm going to ask Joe up. Hi, Joe.
Hello.
Sorry about the rant.
That's all right. Can you hear me all right?
Perfect, Joe.
Yeah, I couldn't come on earlier because I was just setting up ladders and stuff,
Yeah.
So, how's it going then?
Well, I have to take my wife to the doctors because she's not very well at all. A neighbour died. Nick Griffin fucking hacked me off. Did you see the interview?
I haven't seen it, no, but I do know that, like, I've always got on all right with him, but like, he's got a defeatist attitude and he thinks it's all over, you know, and I don't agree with that at all.
Yeah, I'm disappointed in him. He's not the man I knew, Joe, and he's probably not the man you knew from the early days. His defeatist attitude really done me in, and the fact that he lied about the way the BNP was brought down pissed me off as well. He made some sense about Ulster. Yeah, I can see it there. Demographics is winning. But his claim that the Muslims in our country are going to defeat themselves because of their declining birth rate. Yeah. Does it look like their birth rate is declining to you, Joe? Yeah.
Well, no, it's not, is it? Because, and you know, the government have just given them all that extra money for having more children as well. So yeah, that's only going to encourage them, isn't it? You know?
Of course it is. They're breeding like rabbits. No, they're going to breed like rabbits on steroids. I don't know.
Yeah.
So I really act off Joe as well, because it's a terrible thing to say. I've got to take my wife to the doctors, and then I've got to pick up my great-granddaughter and put all this out of my mind, when really all I want to do is come back and make a video ripping what Nick Griffin said to bits.
Yeah, well, you've got to put your family first, like, you know, that's the thing. This is why I'm not going to demos much at the moment, like, you know, so it's just the way it is, like, we can't do everything, can we?
No, we try to, though, don't we? And you were absolutely right. I should be spending more time with my wife. As I keep saying to people, I say to people, Joe, tell the people in your life that you love them, because one day you're going to get up and, like in the case of our neighbour, she was just dead, gone in her sleep. Unexpected, totally unexpected. So tell people you love, tell them now. And I think, well, Paul, you're a fucking hypocrite. You should be spending, you know, your wife's not well. You should be spending every moment with her.
Well, that's what you really should be doing. I mean, at the end of the day, you know, it's good to stream and spread the word and everything, but your family's got to come first. It's as simple as that, you know? Yeah. Everyone else puts themselves first, you know, and like, but this is what I mean. I just keep thinking, why do I put myself out all the time? Why do I'm risking being arrested all the time? And most people can't even be bothered to get involved, you know? So, you know, we can't be expected to just be everywhere and do everything, can we? You know? Well, other people need to step up, like, you know?
They do indeed. But, you know, but what we do is worth it, because people do step up. I can see that Lily is in here, right? She just joined Restore Britain. She's already been out leafleting and stuff like that. So, you know, perhaps we help people like Lily. We bring people on board like that. My own area, I've had an email from people in Bridgend, Joe, and I'm 5 days behind with my mail. And that's good. And they said, look, if there's no organizer around your area, you know, you can help us and stuff like that. Good idea. And I keep looking to my own area, and I know I could create a branch around here, and I could run it standing on my head. But I'm waiting. I'm just waiting to see if one of the people from my community will step up to the fucking plate and do it. Yeah.
Well, years ago, we had about 30 people in your area. We had Brynmawr, Ebervale, Rasa, Tredegar. There was about 30 people that used to come to demos with us there, and every single one of them's just lost interest and won't do anything now. You know, this is the thing. It's like all these people over the years, they just come and go, like, you know.
Obviously, you've got to.
Well, you know, I've been consistent all these years, but like, there's been times when I've had loads of people with me, and there's times when I've been driving to London on my own, you know?
I'm thinking about after the fall of the BNP, I say that I stepped aside and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I know the big gap between my time, the National Front and coming back in 2006. That was when I was concentrating on my career, and I working flat out 7 days a week. I didn't totally leave nationalism, because at that time I was active on the forums and stuff like that, and I joined the referendum party. So I was involved with the referendum party, and I was taking on the YEM, the European Women's Youth Wing. I was taking on them bastards. So I never really walked away from politics. But you were right, people walk away, but some of us can't walk away, can we?
No, that's right, you know. I'm still, I'm not walking away. It's just, you know, at the moment, I've got some people not very well in my family, and I need to put them first, like, you know. But I will be back going to demos soon, like, you know. Yeah.
I was thinking about these demos, Joe, and perhaps you could give me some advice, because you've got more street cred, street experience than I. I was looking at the guys going at it in Southampton, no masks, mobile phones in their pockets so they could be tracked and stuff like that. And I was thinking, well, what good could I do there? There's plenty of auditors. I couldn't do nothing. All I could do is film the police, film what is happening, maybe talk to some people. That doesn't really do no good.
No.
I like the vigil in Southampton that White Vanguard done. It was a chance to talk to people for their opinions without throwing rocks at anyone. And I'm not saying I'm against what those patriots done. I'm not condemning them, that is for sure. I can understand their anger. I just sickened with the fact now that lots of them are going to go to jail. Because they weren't.
You see that bloke you see the guy that the police battered with the shields, right?
Yes, I did.
They're saying that he's 50 years old, he's a veteran, right? And the reason that he didn't run when they rushed forward was because he's got all pins in his leg, right? And those police just basically battered him just because he was there, right? You can see on the video, he didn't do anything. They got him on the floor. One of them booted him in the head about 4 times. And apparently he's been remanded in custody as well. They've charged him with assault on a police officer. You know, it's just like my missus said this morning at a demonstration about the police killing somebody or allowing somebody to die blatantly. That's the way they're behaving, kicking shit out of people for nothing. It would have been, if he'd have been attacking them, it would have been different, but he wasn't. He was just sitting on the wall, like, you know.
Well, if there's a defense fund, a legal fund, a GoFundMe raised for him.
Yeah. This is the way they treat, you know, veterans in this country, dragging them around, trying to beat them to death. Like.
Well, this is what I thought about going to these demos. I said to you the other day, didn't I? Should I wear my old BNP hat, which you know I'm proud of? If I ever go down, I want to be wearing this hat when I go down. And then I thought again, well, if I wear my Royal Navy veteran hat, and I get in an altercation with the police and take a battering the way that veteran did, it would be better for our side if I took a beating wearing a Royal Naval veteran's hat than a British National Party hat, where they would say that, oh, he's just another Nazi.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I do, yeah. The thing is, the problem is, you know, you're no use to this cause in prison, right? And that's the thing, like, going down there and having a scrap with the police is pointless, you know? I know people are angry, right? But in the next couple of weeks now, you will see dawn raids and you'll see people getting their doors caved in and getting arrested and remanded in custody. And they'll be getting 3 years in prison just for throwing like one thing and that, you know? This is what's been happening. This is what happened after Southport, you know? And not only that, you'll see people being arrested for posting things as well on the internet who weren't even there, you know? So, you know, people need to calm down and realize that you can do more good on the outside than being in prison for basically fighting with them, and they don't give a shit how many people throw themselves at police shields, do they? You know?
No. They know
The violence, the violence just helps them to justify the everyone's far right narrative, you know?
Yeah. I don't know.
So I don't know what the answer is, but the boys were going to do a demo early next week, but I don't know what's happening now, because they're thinking if they call a demo and it turns into a riot, you know, if they try to do another vigil and it turns into a riot, well, the people who organise it get the blame, don't they? You know? So best thing to do at the moment with Southampton is just watch and see what happens next, like, you know? And then if we want to get involved, we can. If not, we won't, you know what I mean? But it's pointless just going down there if police are just going to batter you and stitch you up and lock you up, you know?
Absolutely. And what the police, yes, the police on the streets are our enemy, but we're not going to win against them. They might run. It's great to see them run away every now and again. Yeah, great. That showed them. What? They are back the next day or a few hours later. And, and as you said, then they're kicking indoors. Going to any demo and attacking the police is a waste of time to me. Attacking the police is a waste of time. I know it shows the establishment that the people are angry. There is that. But it's a hell of a price to pay for those people who go down there and get arrested. I mean, how many wound up in jail thanks to Tommy Robinson? How many of those men are in jail now because Tommy Robinson whipped them up and then walked away?
Well, they did it with, you know, after the Southport, Danny Tomo, who's one of Tommy's sidekicks, he called a demo in Westminster or up by Downing Street, and the police attacked the demo. He went up there, wound them all up, and then he's pissed off, and loads of people got arrested and went to prison for that. And he just off he went, like, you know. And he was doing it the other night. He was making videos, you know, riling everybody up, like, you know. These people, right? Everyone around Tommy is dodgy, right? They're riling people up all the time, and none of them ever get arrested. You know, when it kicks off, they're in a taxi away, like, you know. So people need to be not manipulated by these people. You know, I know they know people are angry. And they know how easy it is to wind people up. But they're giving Starmer exactly what he wants. An excuse to come down on us again. You know, because it won't just be arrests and people being remanded in custody and stitched up and told to plead guilty by bent solicitors. It'll then be, we need to clamp down on hate speech. There needs to be tighter laws on agitators on the internet, and it'll be more restrictions on what we can and can't say. They're pressuring X all the time, saying, oh, there's too much freedom of speech on X, there's too many extremists on there, far right people, and they won't be happy until there's no internet for us, you know? So, you know, we need to just watch what's happening now at the moment, see what happens next. I mean, there's a demo down there on the 20th of June, but it's that frigging Tenconi. You know? He's another gatekeeping Sid Nat. He's all for multiculturalism. He's quite happy with us being flooded and demographically replaced as long as it's not by Muslims. He's just, you know, he's always ranting about ethno-nationalism. He's just a piece of shit. So I don't really want to go to any demonstration that he's called, you know?
And neither do I. I couldn't. Hey, I'm happy to stand alongside any of my white brothers in any conflict, but I can't march with Nick Tenconi. I can't march with a Sivnat. I just couldn't do it. And likewise, I mean, Britain first, Paul Golding, who I know, you know, I might speak to him soon. I can't talk to anyone who's a Zionist or a Sivnat. I just can't support them. I really can't. And all I hope is that they're members of Britain First and UKIP wake up to the fact that they're being led by people who haven't got their best interests in their art and are only interested in the money that they can make by leading those organisations. I don't believe for one moment that Paul Golding is really a Civnat. I really don't.
No, he's not. No, he's not.
Yeah, I knew him when he was a young man.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Well, it seems like he's split up with his missus now, and I think it's probably because she's too pro-white for him. You know, because if you look at the videos that she makes, she's basically, you know, she's gone full ethno-nat like, and all of a sudden they've split up, like, you know, because he wants to, yeah.
Well, because he was, as she said in her videos, he's an ethno-nat, yeah? You know, an ethno-nat. The one thing that I'd say to people to learn from the videos that Paul Golding's missus said was, watch what you say, even to your own fucking wife and girlfriend.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, if it goes south, they will put the knife in your back. Yeah. You know how
you see that Lawrence Fox as well, right?
Oh, don't start me.
He's saying this morning that he's against ethno-nationalism and that he agrees with, he basically agrees with the lefties that ethno-nationalism is wrong or something. So I've commented on there and just said, well, you picked your side now. You know, I mean, these people are joining Restore. You know, they should be told to go and boil their heads, shouldn't they? You know,
Lawrence Fox in particular. I don't know if you saw that photograph I put up of Lawrence and Tommy Robinson on that luxury train with those two slappers. I can't remember their names. You know, they're swanning around on a luxury train. People are bloody suffering, and they are talking shit, Civnat shit. You know, Lawrence Fox.
He went on a podcast, I can't remember who it was with, and he said that he would be quite happy to see Britain just become totally black as long as they were Christians. You know, as long as they were Christians, then they'd be as British as me and you, even if they were Nigerians. He's just like, that is just so retarded, it's unbelievable.
But see, Lawrence Fox is typical of him. He's just role playing. RPG is it they call it, role playing game? Yeah. He's talking the talk, but at the end of the day, it doesn't affect his way of life at all, does it? He's just playing a fucking role. He should have stuck to playing that guy's sidekick in that detective series. What was it, Morse or something?
Yeah. Well, my missus said the other night, he used to be a smart guy, and like you see him the other night on the demo, and he looks like a tramp. He looks like a lefty, scruffy tramp, you know?
He does indeed. Yeah, he does indeed. In the beginning, when he first started speaking out about what was happening in our country, Joe, he was the part. He was there, the arrest outside his house and that, for the comments that he made. He was smart, clean, presentable. Yeah. Now, as you say, you look at him, and he wouldn't be out of place at any lefty demo, would he? And
no, exactly.
And is he spending too much time in the toilet with Charlie? I wonder that. And because of his friendship with Tommy, I know what drugs can do to a person's mind. I've seen it at first hand.
Have you seen Tommy? Tommy now, he looks rough, man, and he's having an absolute breakdown because people are saying the Sikhs need to go, like, right? He's been making videos, and like I can't watch his videos for too long. He knocks me sick, you know, because he's just so full of shit, right? And if you've been watching his videos this week, he's talking about. He's saying white lives matter and white people this and white people that. He doesn't even think the British people are white. And and then now he's coming out with all this. I said the other day, he sounds like him and Mark Collins are on exactly the same page, but you know exactly he doesn't mean a single word of it because he's saying white people this, white people that. The one interview he said, Luton is becoming a Muslim area. He said it's no longer an English area. Say those words out loud. And then the guy said,
Yeah.
would you care if it was a Sikh area? And he said, no. So say those words out loud. This is no longer an English area, but he would be happy if it was a Sikh area. Say those fucking words out loud as well.
Yeah.
You know, it's like his messaging is so schizophrenic. He'll say whatever he feels he needs to say to keep the grift going.
Absolutely. He's basically what he is, Joe, is he's political litmus paper. He'll change his colour to suit the person he's talking to or the audiences that he's addressing. The same as Farage has done a U2 now, a U-turn talking about repatriation and stuff like that. Tommy now, as he's moving his grift over, isn't it? He always supported the whites. He's always been an ethno-nat, and we know completely different. One thing I will say here, Joe, is I know what you talk about Tommy's appearance, the state, his behavior. You know what's fueling him. I know what's fueling. I know what speed can do, and that there's a guy on speed, if anyone is, because that's what keeps him going, keeps giving him the energy to rushing around all over the place, because no human being can keep up with it without medical assistance, if you like. Call it medical assistance, It's the same stuff that they gave to the German troops at the end of the Second World War to keep them fighting.
Yeah. Exactly. Well, you know, and the thing is, like I said, he's having an absolute breakdown because people have, you know, like there's loads of murders that have been committed by Sikhs in this country, right? And the boys have been highlighting some of those murders now. People have never heard of them before, like Hannah Foster. There's loads of murders being done by Sikhs, right? Tommy is freaking out, right? Because he was saying this is a one-off. That's not even a ceremonial dagger, like it matters, you know. And the Sikhs are amazing people, and they fought in World War II. So what, right? So did our people. Our people fought in those wars. They don't get any credit for it, you know.
No.
They fought. They fought for the empire. They fought as mercenaries, and we don't owe them nothing, you know. And now they're here. They're helping to demographically replace us, and we don't want them here. And Tommy is absolutely having a meltdown over it, and he knows that he's struggling to hold that narrative, you know?
Yeah, he does indeed, Joe. He does indeed. Anyhow, Joe, should we wind down? I've only got a few 10 minutes left. I'm going to play a couple of tunes, wind down.
All right, well, I hope your wife's okay, like, you know, and like I say, if your wife needs you, don't worry about doing shows. If you have to postpone a few shows, it's not the end of the world, is it? You know?
Yeah, but the fight must always go on. Just because someone goes down, you just keep going. Joe, listen, if you get a chance, do watch Freedom Dad's interview with Nick Griffin. It's on for well over an hour, but it is well worth listening, because I'd like your take on it once you've seen it in full, because you that I missed.
I will. The thing is, I watch a lot of streams in work, but because I'm around the valleys, a lot of the time I can't even get a signal to watch anything, you know? So I'll try and watch it later on. I'll let you know what I think, right?
Yeah, and if the lads go anywhere, let me know, because I really, really want to go. I find it therapeutic if you like being around comrades.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, well, I will do. All right, then I better get off, Paul, anyway, right? So I'll speak to you soon, right?
Yeah, thank you, brother. Take care, Joe.
See you later. Ciao.
Okay, so that was Joe Marsh. I'm glad he dropped in. It was nice to have a talk. Sorry about the rant, guys. I do that now and again, don't I? I keep telling people to be ice cold, and then I lose it. You should see me when I really kick off. I really kick off. Oh, well. Got to do it now and again.
Lying lonely in my bed tonight, moonlight dancing on the wall. Every shadow whispers your name so soft, I can almost feel your call. Silence wraps around my heart, but in my dreams you're close to me. Your breath is warm against my skin, just the way it's meant to be. Every second we're apart feels like a lifetime in the dark. Hold me tight, my love, don't ever let me go. Kiss me slowly like the world is moving slow. Keep me safe inside your arms forevermore. Never let me walk alone outside your door. Love me always, promise we will never part. Seal it with a kiss and guard my heart. Hold me till the morning light and never let me go. I think about your gentle touch, the way you trace my face, the way your fingers find my hand like they've memorized the place. Every kiss so soft and deep sets my restless soul at ease. When you whisper that you're mine, it's the sweetest melody. Every heartbeat calls your name, burning like an endless flame. Hold me tight, my love, don't ever let me go. Kiss me slowly like the world is moving slow. Keep me safe inside your arms forevermore. Never let me walk alone outside your door. Love me always, promise we will never part. Seal it with a kiss and guard my heart. Hold me till the morning light and never let me go. If tomorrow fades away and the stars forget to shine, I'll still be wrapped inside your love, with your lips pressed close to mine. Forever isn't long enough when I'm lying by your side. So kiss me soft and hold me close. Be my heart, my guide. Hold me tight, my love, don't ever let me go. Kiss me slowly like the world is moving slow. Keep me safe inside your arms forevermore. Never let me walk alone outside your door. Love me always, promise we will never part. Seal it with a kiss and guard my heart. Hold me till the morning light. Never let me go. Kiss me slow, my darling. Hold me close forever. In your arms is where I stay, now and always together.
Yeah, well, it'd be fun, wouldn't it? What's your take on it? Want to come up on the mic and tell us your take on it? If not, we're going to go and have a look at what X is doing. Yeah, let's see what the news is. Share this tab. GB News, Sky News claiming that Restore Britain was invited but declined. Don't know the truth of that. I know. Let's go see what Rupert is saying. Restore Britain first. Right. What we got here? Not there, not there, there. Okay. Restore Britain. Yeah, I like that. We vote in Restore Britain, next door neighbours. Yeah. Here you go. Clever. Took me a second. I'm slowing down in my old age. The elephant in the room, Restore Britain. Yeah. Clever, Oliver. Well done. Nice one. Not interested. Restore Britain will eradicate anti-white. How are they going to do it? It's on for 6 minutes. Let's have a listen.
In the police force and across every institution that is supposed to protect the British people. There is a real problem, a systemic issue when it comes to training and policies that are shaping how policing in this country is carried out today. Specifically, there is something called the College of Policing's Mandatory Anti-Racism Training Package, which was rolled out nationally in March 2026. Alongside that sits the National Police Chiefs Council's anti-racism commitment from March 2025 and the ongoing police.
Okay, guys, we're going to stop there. Freedom Dad's in the room. Freedom Dad, hi, just the guy. Can you come up to the mic, Freedom Dad? Love to talk to you a minute. I'll give you my take on last night's interview. And your live feed this morning that I watched, very interesting. Stand by. I don't know if you've got time. I'm running out of time because I have to take my wife to the doctor, so we've only got minutes, Freedom Dad. I've got 10 minutes. Please, please, please. Come on, Freedom Dad. Here he is. Here's the man himself.
Morning, mate. Let me just get the kettle on.
Yeah. Get our priorities right, Freedom Dad.
Yeah, I need my coffee, mate.
Yeah, good man. Good, good. Hey, and it's shirt off day. You're doing a James T. Kirk. Every opportunity, Freedom Dad gets his shirt off. Well done. If I had a body like that, I'd take my top off.
It's a beautiful day, mate. We should all have our tops off.
Especially the women. Okay, Freedom Dad, I haven't got much time. I'll give you my quick first impressions last night's video. You said you weren't happy with the interview, fully happy. I thought you did excellent. I really did.
Yeah.
So your conduct in the interview was really good, and I learned a lot from it. My take on Nick Griffin is a different matter. I thought he said a lot of good stuff, and he said a lot of stuff I really disagree with. And if you'd been on your 5 minutes ago, you'd have seen me in full rant mode.
I'll have a look.
Yeah, I was talking to Joe Marsh about it and the others. It's worth a look.
Yeah,
So what was your take on it? I know you've got to be impartial because of the people you interview. So if you don't want to fully answer, I'd understand. You've got to be impartial in your job, Freedom Dad.
Well, I don't know, mate. I'm still like gathering evidence, you know what I mean? There's a lot of sense in what he's saying, and some of the things, and then some of the things like I don't agree with. You know what I mean? But you know what I mean. At the end of the day, who knows who's right and wrong? It's one of them things. You know, we're in a situation where we don't know where we're going or what's happening. And the more I talk to guys, the more downtrodden I get, because you know, I don't know how you're getting rid of these people, and the only solution is getting remigration, and I don't know how you're going to do it. When you look at these schools and you walk about and you see all these kids that have been born here by people who have probably came here illegally and get citizenship, you know, I talked about it last night. You know what I mean? I just can't see any light at the end of the tunnel, bro. You know what I mean? For England.
But we just saw. We've been speaking about it for months. Pakistan has been deporting Afghans in the millions. And if Pakistan can deport, so can we.
Yeah. Well, I think we've got a better chance of. I get what he's saying when he says that, like, in 3 years people will leave because we won't. Our economy isn't going to be great, and other countries will be better off than us. And I think that would be a crying shame if we let that happen. The fact that we're going to sit here and wait for all these other countries to be more economically, financially better, and then when we're going downhill because they've bled us all dry. Once they bleed us dry, then they go back to their own countries. You know what I mean? That doesn't make any sense to me. I don't know why anybody would agree to that or think that's okay. You know?
I've got to watch your video again, Freedom Dad, because I want to dissect it more, because before I do a proper response to it.
Yeah, you do need to watch it a couple of times. There's no two ways about it. You know, You definitely do need to watch it a couple of times. I had to watch it a couple of times, like, and I ended Freedom. Fuck's sake.
Yeah. It's some of the things that he said. I don't want to say that he's been bought. I'm not going to say he's been bought, but the way his defense of Farage and some of the things he said, you know, if you like, implying that Restore Britain had no real chance, and Farage is actually a good politician, even if he disagrees with him.
Let me clarify that. So when he's saying he's a good politician, he's saying that he's a good traitor, as politicians are, like Stormer. Stormer's a good politician.
Oh yeah.
That's what he means. He doesn't mean he's a scumbag. He made that clear. But for the deep state, for the people who run the puppeteers, he's perfect. He's perfect.
Yeah, I did pick up on that, Freedom Dad, but I still got the impression. In a way, this might sound strange, but in a way, even though he said that Farage was a scumbag, he was promoting him over Restore Britain. He could have, to me, he came across as a defeatist, that, well, there's little we can do. We can flee to Northern Ireland and we can go to America and stuff like that. He was right about America not being our friend. America has never been our friend.
Yeah.
Much as we like Americans, the ones who control it have never been our friends.
But I think where he's coming from is like where a lot of people are coming from. You know what I mean? Is like the way I'm getting from people. You know what I mean? Remigration, because I think there's more in the country than we realise.
I agree with you. I really do.
And I think like you know. There's too many. There's too many in, and like I do believe the segregation, but I understand the segregation. But mate, I'm sort of been really down hingy the last few days with everything. You know what I mean? You know, just with everything that's going on.
I know. But listen, I looked into this, right? You wake up in the morning, you're down and depressed, you don't see no hope, you don't see no future. You've got a mind, so you work out and you extrapolate all the information you've got, and you can see the way it's going and what is coming, and you feel down. And that is, when I look at it, it's just a chemical reaction in your mind as the day goes on.
I know, but it's not just that, Paul. It's not just that. It's like, you know, there's too many people on the right who aren't being honest. They aren't being honest with the guys. I'm talking about YouTubers and other people, some of the big Martusis, Paul Thorpe's, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, they're not being honest. You know, they keep pushing. Tommy Robinson pushing diversity, and the Sikhs are good, and the Jews are good, and these are good, and you know, we've got a bit of a problem with Islam. You know what I mean? But you know, even that now, I'm starting to, when it makes sense now. Tommy going to Saudi Arabia. You know, that all makes sense now from what I'm starting to pick up. You know what I mean? And it's like, you know, it's like they've enabled all this. They've enabled it by pretending to be patriots and pretending to be fighting for our country and Englishmen and all the rest of it. They've, behind our backs, they've been enabling the replacement. And that's how I see things right now. People like you, people like, you know, Nick and others have been ostracized to allow the replacement. Because, like I say, if these men hadn't been shut down, you know, maybe we wouldn't be in this stage right now. If Elon Musk had, if not Elon Musk, if oh fuck man, I can't, you know what I'm talking about. Thingy who, oh fuck, I've got a brain thingy from back in the day in the 60s, mid-60s, Enoch Powell. You know, if I had to listen to him, we wouldn't be in this mess. So it seems to be we've got a lot of strong men from the past who tried their best, and the weak men have been given the power. That's what I'm seeing. I'm like your Liam Tufts with your hundreds of thousands of followers and all these big massive channels that somehow have grew. You've got Mark Tusi at over 1 million, an Iranian, you know, like well over hitting 2 million followers. These are influencers in our communities. These are the men that our patriots are looking up to, and that's sort of penny starting to drop a wee bit. You know what I mean? Because
they are promoted, they are shoved, their videos are promoted and get out to bigger audiences. People like Joe Marsh's channel isn't growing. My channel, our channel isn't growing. You know, I know that your videos, I'm pushing one in particular. It was so important, Freedom Dad. And I thought, this video is not getting any mileage at all. And I believe that's because of the message you gave in your video. So I'm trying to counter that, and I'm asking people every night to go to that one video and push it and shove it through the algorithm. But it is depressing. I'm going to have to go, Freedom Dad. I'm really sorry. I've got to take my wife to the doctors.
Yeah, no problem, mate.
Perhaps we can talk later tonight or something.
Yeah, hopefully I get my laptop tonight. So, you know what I mean? I might jump on your channel tonight, or
I'll come over to yours.
What time are you on at tonight?
Well, we're normally on at 8 p.m. But I've got I don't know what's going to happen. It could be that my wife I'll have to go to take my wife straight to the hospital. I'm hoping that's not the case.
Okay.
And then my wife is, you know what women are like. We've got our great granddaughter once a month, once a month. And she's saying, well, if I have to take her to the hospital, I'll have to go pick up my granddaughter and look after her. I'm not going to leave my wife to the hospital, you know, and I don't want my granddaughter being taken to the hospital either. And, you know, but she wants both. So I haven't got a clue what's happening, Freedom Dad. Well,
all I'm going to say before you go is everything that's happening in England and everything that's happened in England, I'm going to make sure it doesn't happen in Northern Ireland. And we've got the evidence and the proof, and you can't change history. These guys cannot take back what they've said and the way they've behaved. And I'm going to hold them accountable. So I am.
Well, if I can do anything at all to assist you, Freedom Dad, and if it does fall over you, I'll be straight over to Ulster and kipping on your settee.
No, I'm on the settee.
I'll jump in. No, don't say that. Don't say it. Okay, hey, I mentioned you in a video, was it last night? A video made. I said I've taken the girls from my channel on a boat trip to keep them away from you. So you get a mention in it. Ask Lady J. She'll tell you
Okay.
timestamp of where you got to mention about being kept away from the ladies in this channel. I got to go.
Okay.
No
Right,
surrender, freedom,
No
Dad.
surrender, mate. Speak to you soon. Right, bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Okay, guys, I haven't even got time for a song now, so we'll have to leave it go there. Frustrating when you want to make a video and you can't. You got to go and do something. Yeah. Yeah. Just checking the comments. Yeah, possibly. Let's see how it goes. Let's see how it goes. I mean, it could well be that it's... Let's just see how it goes. Okay, guys? You take care, guys. You've been listening to Paul Morris, The Green Arrow, aim high, vote low. Stay safe, stay strong. Oh, and as Lee would say, stay low, move fast. See you on the next one. Thank you, Kirsty. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, it jumped up. I missed it. 3, 4, 5, 6, 11. 11. Thanks, Kirsty. We've had the green arts. We can end the show now. Catch you on the next one, guys.